And we are live.
Yes, we are.
Chris, today is June 14th.
That's my favorite day of the month.
In 8 days, one of the biggest events is going to take place.
Fuel Fest.
In 8 days, the NBA will draft new players to come into their league.
How many of them will be busts and how many of them will be the next Michael Jordan?
In 8 days, we will find out the beginning of that answer. And in 8
I want to
days,
know right now.
Gotta wait, Chris. Gotta wait.
I'm not a patient man, Mike. I need you to tell me what the answers are right now.
In 8 days, Chris, the Orlando Magic will get the 6th and 11th pick in that draft.
If you take
July-
the 6 and turn it upside down, what do you get?
It's just a 6 upside down.
That's right. That's the correct answer.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
That's right.
Let me tell you something, man. That day is June 22nd. And the power from my apartment complex as a whole will be out from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. But knowing Con Edison, it might extend to 9 p.m., which means I will miss most of the draft.
Listen, I think the draft is the most overrated portion of any sports entertainment in general. Like I think watching the draft is boring. I think watching the draft is overrated. And I think watching the draft is kind of like getting your hopes up only to have them horribly crushed later on. Because the odds are only one of the people drafted that year is going to become like a megastar. And that's it. And even then, it might not be a person. There might not be anybody from the year that the draft happens that blows up to be huge. Sometimes that occurs. You're never going to know the results of the draft until 5 years later. I think the draft is dumb. I get why it's necessary, but I hate how everyone blows it up. It's like, oh, this year we're going to have this superstar and this superstar and this superstar, and this guy's going to be an ultra star. This guy's going to be a megastar. Nobody fucking knows.
You may be onto something. You may be. And it's possible. But you're missing the point of my story, which is my power is going to be out that day, and I won't be able to watch.
All right, you're right. I apologize. I mean, I didn't think about it from that perspective.
Look, how are the Magic supposed to go out there and get me my championship if I can't watch them draft players to go out there right now and get me my championship?
Well, here's what you do. You charge your phone, get a power brick, then use cellular service to watch it on your phone that way. Think about it like that.
I will think about it like that. I never thought about it like that, but now I am.
No, you see, this is why I'm on the podcast, because I'm the one that has all the best ideas. No one ever asks me for the best ideas. I just offer the best ideas.
I mean, that's just who you are. It's what you do. It's almost like you're the Steve Jobs of this show.
Some would call me the Steve Jobs of Steve Jobs.
And with that being said, I believe the Game Boys on our TikTok uploaded a very nice little a video about the newest Apple product.
Well, it's not just on our TikTok. It's also on our YouTube Shorts page. Fun fact.
There we go. Diggs, by the way, 7. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
S in the chat.
S in the chat, boys. S in the chat. S in the chat.
Let's go, Simp. Let's go, Simp, boys.
Simp. Let's go, Simp. Retreat, boys. Retreat
downside. We're all about being.
So just remind me real quick what we posted on. Just remind me real quick what we posted. I forgot.
On our TikTok, we posted a video that basically said, "Hey, Apple Vision Pro, what the fuck is this?"
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We did do that.
Did you forget? Did you legitimately forget you did that?
I don't remember what I had for lunch this afternoon.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you?
Where am I? What is this? Is this one of those pod cams I hear so much about?
It is. It is a podcam.
I love a pod cam.
I don't know if one of our parents still listens.
I know one of mine does, so I will say that.
So one of your parents still do listen, huh?
Yes, that is confirmed.
Okay. Well, hey, at least they're being beta.
Beta, let's go, beta.
Simp
Be simp in the chat. S in the chat. S in the chat, boys. We be simping.
So, Apple Vision Pro, one, ridiculously expensive.
Like full stop. Like that's as far as I'll take it. Like there's
Two,
no way.
As the video mentioned, it doesn't show any games.
No, it does. Like you said.
It doesn't show any VR games.
That's correct.
So it's kind of pointless, but from some of the videos and articles I've read, apparently Apple's just trying to get out there to try and set up for the next couple of years down the road where it's more accessible to people.
So who's going to bite the bullet? Who's going to be the guy that says, yeah, I have $3,500 to burn and I want to buy this device that does nothing for me?
So they're banking on the same people who were the early adopters of the first iPhone.
But the iPhone actually offered you something.
But at the time, a lot of people thought it was just a gimmicky thing.
Did they?
One video I watched trying to compare it showed a bunch of article headlines saying like the iPhone's stupid, it'll never succeed, it'll never work.
I don't know. I feel like there were way more people I knew that were like, this is revolutionary than people who were saying it'll never work.
But I think that's after the iPhone caught fire.
No, I think it was before. Because I remember a lot of people, including myself, being excited for the iPhone and was upset that I couldn't get an iPhone.
The very first iPhone itself had no app store. It can only use the internet on Wi-Fi. And it was really bare bones basic from what I remember from the video.
I remember being so excited about getting an iPhone and upset that I couldn't get one. I wound up getting an iPod Touch. I don't know if you remember that.
But see, I got an iPod Touch maybe 2-3 years after the iPhone was released.
Yeah, I got an iPod Touch because I was so disappointed I couldn't get the iPhone because I knew how big of a deal it was. I feel like there's more possibility with the iPhone than there is with this headset, at least from what I'm seeing. Because think about it like this: all these articles that you're saying, that the iPhone was stupid, all those articles. Now it's the inverse. I haven't seen very many articles saying, "Oh, the headset is dumb." A lot of them are saying, "Oh, it's the future and it looks incredible," and I feel like I'm being gaslit.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. What I'm saying is what this video was trying to say was just like hindsight's 2020. We look at the iPhone now and be like, oh yeah, it's definitely revolutionary. But apparently at the time, no one thought that.
I thought that. Okay, if we're just going based off my perspective, which is always right 100% of the time, apparently.
Well, again,
iPhone was amazing.
Because you're the Steve Jobs of Steve Jobs. You don't count.
I may or may not be the reincarnation of Steve Jobs, and I may or may not be a little biased. And because Tim Cook is heading this, I think it sucks.
Tim Cook? More like Tim Baker.
Fucking. Oh, he's dead. He's dead now. You killed him, Mike. Mike, how does it feel to have killed a man?
Stop calling me a killer, because I didn't kill anyone.
I'm not a rapper, so stop rapping at me. Oh!
Chris, you like simping, right?
What?
You like simping, right?
I love simping. That's all I do all day in the chat.
I love simping too. And do you love being a beta male?
I love being a beta male. It's my favorite thing that I have going for me right now.
You know where you could be probably the most beta of beta males?
Where's that, Mike?
On the Game Boys Patreon.
Oh, Mike, can you tell me more about the Game Boys Patreon, please?
The Game Boys Patreon, you could be as little as a beta, which is really stupid, for like $3 a month.
That's right.
But you could be the biggest simp of all time. For $20 a month, get access to everything Game Boys all the time. We post 24/7. We're always simping there. We're always retreating. It's the best possible thing that you could do.
By 24/7, you mean we post like once a month?
24/7, baby, because we're simping
all day, every day.
The time.
Don't forget to tell them about the other benefits.
I will later.
Okay.
But beta boys all the time.
So before we get too far off topic, because we had to obviously go for an ad break, as is tradition.
Right.
Do you see a single legitimate use for this headset?
Okay, so since we're gonna mix this segment with a little bit of the last segment, no, I don't. I kind of agree with what Knowledge Husk was saying, which was this seems like they're trying to get it out for either people who are just early adopters of Apple shit, but more importantly, developers.
Developers. Yeah! Let's give it up for me!
Because what Knowledge Husk was saying, which I kind of agreed with, is it's not about now, it's about 5 to 10 years down the line. So get it out right now for developers to develop shit.
Okay.
So when it becomes more, I guess, a cost-effective option for the masses, 5 to 10 years from now, there's going to be a shit ton of apps ready to go.
I understand that, but why are they marketing it like a consumer product?
See, this is where you confuse me. You say you're the Steve Jobs of Steve Jobs. How do you not get this?
Because I want to ask what the layman's perspective is. Obviously, I know. Obviously, because I'm I'm the Steve Jobs of Steve Jobs. But a normal human who is not on my high intellectual level, please explain what your point of view is.
Chris. Sorry.
It's Steve. Thank you.
Mr. Jobs. I'll explain it to you like you explained it in an interview from what looks like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. Headphones were such an innovation for your ears. But there's nothing like that for your eyes. So therefore, this could be like headphones for your eyes.
Dan, that's wild. Now you sold me. You sold me. I am not going to pay for food for 6 months, and instead I'm going to save up to buy an Apple Vision Pro.
Now you got it.
Now I understand. Now it all comes full circle.
Now you got it. Do you understand?
You must get the headset. Do you understand?
I don't fucking know. It's fucking Apple.
I want to get a Quest 3. That's all I know for sure.
Did you fail your first 2 quests?
It's funny because my life is nothing but failure.
Anyway, Starfield.
Did it come out yet?
It's not coming out. It's coming out later this year, supposedly.
Allegedly.
But
over under the game gets delayed.
I was extremely impressed with what I saw at the Starfield Direct.
I wouldn't say I was necessarily impressed, but I wasn't like turned off by it. Like it didn't make me more excited, but it didn't make me less excited. I'm on the same level that I was.
It was a market improvement from the gameplay they showed last year.
Okay, that's fair.
And the graphics also improved as well, which was great to see.
Okay, that's fair. But here's the thing. Microsoft.
Hold on.
Are you going to disagree? Hold on.
Are you speaking as a heretic?
I'm speaking as a heretic right now. I'm not speaking as
we have to preface that.
a God Howard lover. Okay. On behalf of heretics, because I'd imagine this is what a heretic would say.
Sorry, if you were a heretic.
If I was a heretic, this is what I would say. I would say Bethesda has had a bad track record. Companies that Bethesda owns, no, ZeniMax owns Bethesda, right? Which is now owned by Microsoft.
Mhm.
Okay. Companies that ZeniMax owns have a bad track record. Microsoft has a bad track record. I am not going to be excited until the official, not reviews, because I don't necessarily trust reviews, but until the official like gameplay impressions come out. Now, I'm not talking like trailers. I'm not talking gameplay trailers. I'm talking like actual game itself.
Are you done talking like a heretic? Because I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm getting scared.
You're like anger is boiling up right now, isn't it?
No. This is so much heresy. I'm scared. I'm clutching my pearls. Are you
clutch
done?
harder, man? Because I have to say
no.
one more thing.
I might have to put you on mute. I might have to.
I get it. But here's the thing. I can't trust that this game is not going to have glitches in it.
Okay. I had to boot Chris out temporarily. That was just too much heresy. I know he does not mean any of it. I know he doesn't. Chris is a good, honest man. He loves God Howard. He basks in the light of God Howard. God Howard, if you are listening, bless this man's soul and have mercy. He does not mean what he says. I had to say a nice prayer for you there.
I appreciate that, and I apologize. I had to exercise myself real quick. I had to give myself an exorcism to get the heresy out of me. Heresy is all gone. God Howard has blessed me yet again. I am good. I am clean.
Evil.
I am ready to buy my 9th edition of Skyrim.
Chris, the evil was taking over. We must exercise the evil out of you.
Get the God Howard flowing in me, quick.
The power of God Howard compels you. The power of God Howard compels you.
I'm good. God Howard, all praise be unto him. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the 16 times the detail. Skyrim.
You are back, our child. You are back.
Thank you.
The evil
Thank you.
And the evil are out of you.
I must drink the holy... Wait, hold on. I must drink the holy water.
I will drink some as well.
So what are your impressions?
It's gonna be the most perfect game of all time.
Agreed. It's gonna be the best game ever made. It's gonna be the most perfect game ever made. It's gonna be the most polished game ever made. There's literally gonna be 0 things wrong with it and 0 bugs.
Zero.
It's gonna be ready day one. There's gonna be no microtransactions.
Nope.
There's gonna be no pay to win. None of that. It's gonna be flawless.
There's gonna be no capping the game at 30 frames per second on console.
No, none of that. I can't believe that's real. None of that. It's gonna be flawless.
It just works.
It just works. Quick question about, is it coming to PC?
Yes.
And it's not being capped at 30 on PC, right?
No.
You know what I have to say about that?
I believe I do know what you have to say about that. Which
Console
is
gaming.
Going to our TikTok and YouTube channel, where you can see a lot of amazing videos that we have.
That's correct. If you go to our YouTube channel right now, you'll see our most recent video, which is the critics are right about the Mario Brothers movie. Because as we all know, critics are always right 100% of the time. And if you go to our TikTok, you'll see our most recent video of the Apple Vision Pro, and you'll get a special video about Pac-Man. Did you know Pac-Man's name wasn't originally Pac-Man?
What?
I know, it's wild, right? I can't say, otherwise I'll get banned from YouTube. So make sure to go to TikTok to check it out.
That sounds perfect. And did you know we actually have a surprise coming within the week to both our TikTok and YouTube?
What? Go on.
Let's just say PC should watch out?
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Can you give us? Obviously you can't tell us now, but can you give us one more hint, or is that all you can say?
So we're back from the break.
All right.
And we've had a lot of thoughts. We got through that exorcism, which I'm glad we did.
Thank God.
But it did remind me of something. Diablo 4 is now out, correct?
Allegedly.
Have you played any of it?
Unfortunately, no.
Matthew C. Cole. I'm sorry, man, but that was the ad break. That was the ad itself. I can't give you another hint. What are you talking about?
That's as much as we will literally listen. I have snipers on me right now that will literally shoot me if I give any more hints. I don't know what Mike's situation is, but I know I can't give anything else.
Like, all I'm going to tell Matt is that was a pre-recorded ad. That was not live. I don't know what the hit was. We recorded that, years ago?
Big if true. Big if true. Big if true.
Anyway, Diablo 4 is out. Have you played any of it or no?
Unfortunately, no. I've been super busy these past couple of weeks.
With what? Jacking off?
Life, man. Life and both. Jerking off while living life. Now you can understand.
I mean, that's probably the best thing you can ask for, right? Just like to live life, but also pleasure yourself at the same. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I'm a righty, so I can't play Diablo while doing it at the same time. It just can't be done.
Well, you know why? I mean, you could play it single-handedly because you're an amazing gamer, but you're also grabbing life by the balls by your left hand, while
grabbing my balls with the right hand. That's right. That's correct.
I mean, even Colt's excited about this. He gets it.
Is Colt pleasuring himself right now?
By trying to thrash around a chew toy, yes.
Good for him. Good for him. Proud of you, Colt. Proud of you.
Also, since we have Matt here, S in the chat, boys.
S in the chat. S in the chat. S in the chat,
boys. Simp.
S in the chat.
Simp. Let's go, boys.
Simp.
Let's go, boys.
Simp. Hardcore simp. Hardcore simp.
Beta boys for life. Beta boys for life.
Woo! Retreat. Retreat.
Retreat downside. Retreat downside. Make us retreat downside.
Anyway.
Taylor, Mother Father 2.
Anyway, so allegedly Diablo 4 came out. Have you gotten a chance to play it?
I have a Mac, so no.
Well, you would have a PC.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
Allegedly what?
I mean, listen. Console gaming is forever. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. No,
that's all I'm going to say about that.
I'm with you. I could get it on console. I mean, it is on console too, right?
Oh, yeah, it is, but it really is like, it's not Diablo Immortal. It's designed with the PC in mind.
Understandable. Very understandable. So,
well, why are you asking me about Diablo?
I was just wondering if you played it at all, and if you've seen any footage.
I'm in between a rock and a hard place right now because I still haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom. I love what they did with Street Fighter 6. No. I love what they did with Street Fighter 6.
Really?
And I really want to play that. But I also really want to play Diablo 4. I also have no money. So I don't know where to go from here. What do you think I should do?
I got a pro tip for you, Chris. I got a pro tip.
All right, what's your pro tip?
Grab this thing called your phone. All right.
Okay. All right, I got it.
You open up your phone, go to your contacts, all right?
Yeah, I got my contacts.
You either go to D or F for dad or father. Okay. You call them up.
You are my father, bride.
No, Father Groom.
Father Groom. I apologize.
And
okay, I'm looking up Father Groom.
When they answer, you say, "Yo, pops, can I have some cheese?"
And he'll say mozzarella.
And then there you go.
And then I have Diablo 4. It's that simple.
4. That's all you need to do. As simple as that.
I don't know. I'm excited to play Diablo, but I don't want to play it by myself. So I'm waiting for either you to get it, or I'm waiting for another friend of mine to get it who keeps telling me he's going to buy it, but hasn't bought it yet. I still have to beat Tears of the Kingdom, and I still have to play, or at least see if I want to get Street Fighter 6. And then I'm like, I also want to play Jedi Fallen Order, the new Star Wars game, because that actually looks pretty good. And then I also want to get the Dead Space remake that I still haven't bought. And it still hasn't come down in price. Mike, my backlog is fucking crazy. And I don't know what to do.
Well, I would buy Diablo, but unfortunately the Republic of Gamers is not letting me.
Do you want to go into detail with that? Or
it's a very stringent country. Customs is just really fucking me over.
What's weird is
they're not being
well, what's weird is you traveled to the country and they just wouldn't let you in.
No, they're not being very beta. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's very unfortunate. I don't even know what to say to them. I'm getting all tongue tied now because they're making me so angry, and for that I apologize.
You're fine. You're fine. The other solution I would say to your problem is this: get good.
Damn, that was deep, man. You got me right here. You got me. This black hole where my heart should be. You got me.
Have you at least been busy with like work shit? Is that why you haven't had time to?
Yeah, like this last weekend. Listen, this last weekend, and by weekend I mean from like Thursday to Monday. I was working like 12-hour days. So I've been like,
that's way too alpha. No, you can't do. You gotta be beta, Chris.
I apologize again. It's just the way it's just the way life is sometimes. I can't be beta all the time, Mike. It's impossible. It can't be done. Even Taylor Motherfather 2 is alpha once in a while.
No, not Taylor. Are you serious?
Listen, he even went on his podcast, which is the Taylor 2 Motherfather Experience, starring Taylor Motherfather 2, and said, "Hey, listen, guys, sometimes you got to be alpha. Sometimes you got to be alpha. You can't be beta all the time."
Okay, maybe sometimes you do, but it's beta all the time because we're the beta boys.
Well, the idea is to be beta all the time,
right?
But it's like achieving 80 goals a year every year. That's the goal. That's the objective. You can't do it all the time.
Wait a second. Is this one of those things where you're making shit up to try and make yourself feel better? Is that it?
Yeah, you caught me.
Fucking knew it.
You caught me.
Okay. Maybe for us regular people, it's okay to be alpha every once in a while. But beta 24/7 is what we strive for. Okay.
Are you telling me you're beta all the time? Is that really what you're saying to me?
Okay, no, but I try to, I try my best to be beta.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that I'm trying to be. I aspire to it, and I wake up in the morning saying, "How can I be more beta today than I was yesterday?" But I can't do it all the time.
So essentially, those 2 days you couldn't be beta.
I couldn't. I just couldn't. I tried. I woke up. I was like, I'm going to be beta today.
I hate those days. I hate those days.
Every day I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I can't possibly be beta. And those are the worst days.
I think I know. A way that maybe something that could help you. Okay.
I'm listening.
And here's what I'm thinking. Gentlemen, do you have times where you feel like that you're just being too alpha? Do you have times where you sit there and you're raging, you're screaming, you want to charge down middle? Well, let me tell you all right now, if you go to consolewars.com and you use the promo code Adam, you can get 20% off my beta enhancers. And you can also get an extra 50% off my alpha blockers. That's right. You can get my supplements right there on my show live right now. And let me tell y'all, folks, I mean, the computers hate it because they want to make you as mad as possible, as alpha as possible. They want you to get rid of the Mario in your heart. They want you to be the opposite of Master Chief. And let me tell y'all, folks, I love Master Chief. I mean, he's doing everything he can to take down Jeff Bezos because Jeff Bezos is trying to give you, beta blockers. He's trying to give you alpha enhancers. And that's what I'm telling y'all, folks. You need to go to consolewars.com/Adam John Shop. And make sure you use the code Adam to get 20% off my beta enhancers and an extra 15% off my alpha blockers.
Well, that was wild that we had Adam Johns on as a guest.
I'm just glad he was able to come in and do that promo, or allow us to use that promo.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. That was very nice of you. You didn't have to do that. And what's wild is he's still the most banished man on the internet. I don't know how we were able to find him.
He is the most forbidden person on the internet, and let me tell you, his show it's been hard to find. I managed to find it recently, and I'm trying to get him to come back on. On our airwaves. But yeah, man, he's been promoting his supplements for a while now, and I think it'll be really helpful for you, honestly.
Well, okay. I think remind me where I go to buy those supplements.
So I think the promo said, which I mean, I know since we're doing the show live, we can't listen to the promos. But from what I remember clipping that he allowed us to use for the podcast. You go to consolewars.com/Adam John Shop.
All right. I'm going there right now. consolewars.com/Adam John Shop.
And you see
I can click on it right now. It's all good to go. Yeah. I put it in my cart. That's expensive. But it's worth it.
So here's the nice thing, right? Here's the nice thing. He has promo codes, and one of them is Adam.
Let me go ahead and type that in.
You get 20% off your beta enhancers.
I'd be losing money not to do that. Holy
exactly,
moly.
Dude.
Oh my God. What? This may be the greatest day of my life. Adam, thank you for existing, and thank you for giving me those beta enhancers. This could not have come at a better time. Praise be unto Adam.
It all comes together, man. It all comes together. I mean, come on.
Thank you, Adam.
I've been very disappointed with Avowed.
Why? I've seen some nice things about it, and I've seen some not nice things about it.
I'll start with the positive stuff, which is it's going to be an Obsidian RPG, which means it's going to have, to me, at the very least, a very good story and some great writing with some great characters.
Okay.
It should have an in-depth RPG kind of mechanic, with like classes and stuff and all that. But some of the news I've heard recently and what I saw in the trailer got me disappointed. So the original 2020 trailer, right? It had what looked like a more gritty, kind of more like in line with Oblivion, Skyrim type of feel, right? Mm-hmm. The updated trailer, which I'll give it a little bit of leeway, seems a lot more brighter, almost seems like a lot more of the color palette from the Outer Worlds, but it also fits more in line with Pillars of Eternity.
Is this in the same universe as either of those games, or is this a completely different thing?
So Pillars of Eternity is what the universe that Avowed is set in.
Okay. Copy that. All right.
Yeah. So from that aspect, I was like, okay, I'll give it a pass. Sure. But so the other stuff I heard, I was like, eh. So apparently, I guess the lady who's in charge of the game at Obsidian for this game specifically, Avowed, had like a 3-hour interview, and she said some stuff, and I didn't watch it, but I watched a breakdown of it from Juicehead, which I've talked about Juicehead before.
He's like the Bethesda guy.
Yeah, essentially. And in that little breakdown video, she mentioned, one, you're not going to have a typical skill tree or a typical, you put points into this type of skill. It's just over time, certain things will get unlocked. but you're not like putting points into strength or points into luck or anything like that.
Is it really an RPG at that point?
Exactly. Another thing she apparently said was, and this made me really concerned, and a lot of people were hoping that finally with this game, with Obsidian getting more, money backing now from Xbox, they can go full out Obsidian. It can be a great spanning game. She said, well, we're focusing on the depth of the story, not the breadth of the story.
What does that mean?
The way you said interpreted it, and I agree, this might be more in line with The Outer Worlds, where it's a maybe 15 to 20 hour main story and a 30 to 40 at best with some side quests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing?
Not necessarily, but my hope for this game and a lot of other people's hope was, this could be another, Obsidian back to their prime of making an amazing 70 to 90 hour main quest story.
You wanted a Fallout New Vegas, essentially.
Yeah. Or just even Fallout that they made.
I would be hesitant to say Fallout. I want to say Fallout New Vegas because I don't want it to be Fallout 4 and I don't want it to be Fallout 76. I want it to be Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 was Bethesda.
Exactly. Obsidian, that's what I'm saying. You have to differentiate that.
Right.
Obsidian was New Vegas.
So Obsidian also used to be Interplay. I think it was Interplay. And that's the original.
Oh my fucking god! I kicked your ass. Anyway, please continue.
I'm sorry, my ass got kicked so bad there. That was crazy, dude.
How will you ever recover? Like real talk, you cannot recover from that.
I don't think I can.
You're done. You're done, kid. Career over. Prospects over. Future dead. Will to live gone.
Anyway, so what was I going on?
Bethesda did.
So Obsidian, I want to say it was Interplay. I don't remember for sure. But whatever that company was, they were the original makers of Fallout. So Fallout 1, Fallout 2.
Right.
So yes, maybe, because now I'm confusing myself. Which is, did one of them also go on to BioWare?
Probably. That sounds about right, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, but
let me ask you this. This is really the most important question, and this is really what we should have just skipped right to in the beginning. Is God Howard involved with this game?
As far as I know, no.
Then it's going to be terrible. I can tell you that right now.
It will be. It'll be god fucking awful.
It won't be 16. It won't be 16 times the detail.
It won't.
It won't be 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Well, actually objectively will not be.
It will not be. For another reason too, which is just like The Outer Worlds, it's not full open world.
There you go. Is it kind of like is it going to be like Sonic Frontiers where it's like a semi-open world kind of thing?
Well, yeah, it's going to be like that, or like how The Outer Worlds was, which is you travel to a planet via your ship in The Outer Worlds, and there's some open area, but not the whole thing is like an open world. It's going to be that exact same thing here in Avowed.
And they're gonna have they had a art design change, right? They changed what it looked like from the original trailer.
Yes, they did.
Okay, yeah, I'd be upset about that too, honestly.
The one thing,
but
he may have been.
Before we get too far off that topic, think about this: what's your favorite Zelda game?
Wind Waker.
Need I say more? Need I say more?
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Kicked your ass. Oh my God, I did it twice. Holy shit.
But the lady, I don't know if she hinted at this in her interview or if it was something Juice had may mention. But the speculation that she may or may not have hinted is Xbox does not give Obsidian the same leeway that they would with Bethesda.
What do they mean by leeway?
So apparently, Bethesda and God Howard were going
Praise be
to
unto him.
release the greatest game of all time, Starfield,
Okay, right.
about a year or 2 years ago. And apparently, Phil Spencer was like, "No, we can't do that. We're gonna give you guys more money to fix some shit."
They actually did that. One, I don't believe that because look what happened with Redfall. Why did they give them more money to fix that shit?
Because that's what's the name of that fucking studio? It's like a splinter of Obsidian, but it's or not Obsidian, Bethesda, but it's not Bethesda. It's
No, didn't like ZeniMax buy this studio?
whatever. Either way, it's not actually Bethesda itself.
Oh god, we were talking about them like a couple of weeks ago. Why can't I remember the name of the studio?
I can't either because they don't fucking
Arcane.
But they don't matter.
No, this is because they're not owned by God Howard, therefore it's relevant.
Exactly. But the thought was that maybe with Obsidian, they're like, you have a 3-year window max, and that's it. Like, you announced this in 2020. If it's not out by 2023 or early 2024, no. Like,
well, were they the same way with Arcane? Like, did they announce this game 3 years ago, and they're like, "This is coming out today"?
Very possibly. I'm gonna look up when Redfall was announced. When was Redfall?
When? Also, I don't know if you heard, but the greatest video game of all time was released a couple of weeks ago. The
official announcement trailer for Redfall came in June of 2021.
Okay, so that's 2 years.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of time.
No, but Microsoft may have been like, look, we're going to back Obsidian or Bethesda no matter what, but the other studios, no, you guys got a very tight deadline.
Which is wild to me. Like, why are you buying all these studios and then forcing them to release bad games? It's beyond me, but whatever.
Wait, did you say that was wild?
Some might call it an outer wild.
Jamie, pull up the video of video game companies being wild.
Damn, that was crazy. Did you see that, Jamie? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Chris, you know what else is crazy?
I'm listening.
Do you?
I don't.
The people who provide the amazing music for this podcast, Soundstripe.
Thank God for Soundstripe.
Soundstripe has amazing royalty-free songs. And with their latest update, did you know that you no longer have to create I forgot the name because it's been so long I had to do it, but you no longer have to create like claims and the stuff that use the songs in. Once you pay for the service, that's it. You use the songs however you want.
You mean all I have to do is just download the songs that I want to use in my videos or listen to whenever I want, and I have access to them for the rest of my life?
Yes, as long as you pay for the subscription and keep it. You can use the licenses for those songs royalty free in any of your videos.
Oh my God. This is a game.
For your listening pleasure. Hell, you could probably make a fucking radio station just playing those songs because you have the license to them.
And there's so goddamn many.
There are. In fact, there's over, did you know this, Chris? 60,000 songs, and they release about 500 new ones every month.
You could literally listen to nothing but Soundstripe songs your entire life, and you still wouldn't finish them all.
You really could. And every single song that you hear in our podcast comes directly from Soundstripe, including a free one for you at the end, as always.
In fact, here's a sample of one right now. That was beautiful. I love listening to that.
I do too.
S in the chat, boys. S in the chat. Big
S in the
simps.
chat,
Big
boys.
simps. Big simps. Big simps.
Big
Big simps.
simp.
Big simps.
Big
Big
simp,
simps. Big
boys.
simps.
So yeah, we're back from the break here, and honestly, not too much else going on, man. Anything?
Yeah, there's some
anything with you?
like Ubisoft and Capcom had a presser.
Hold on. Speaking of Capcom, what did you see from sorry, Street Fighter 6 that got you excited?
Well, one, I haven't played a Street Fighter game since 4 because Street Fighter
Okay.
5 just looked bad, and I love Street Fighter just as a game, and I'm like kind of dying to just get back into it. And I saw Donkey's video,
I did too.
and I was like, okay, I think I'm on board because this looks
fucking hilarious.
so stupid that I need to play it.
So a part of me before Donkey's video was just excited for that open world fighting shit because it kind of reminded me of Yakuza.
Yeah, it does. It does exactly like that. And
I was like,
the game is called Street Fighter, so it makes sense that you're finally fighting in the streets.
Exactly. But it did actually legitimately make me excited. And I do, hopefully, I will have the time to play it. Of course, I can't do it on my Mac, but you know.
Well, nobody can because Macs are worthless and nobody should have them.
Exactly.
But, you know.
No, they are. They're extremely worthless. But I will also say, too, the Mortal Kombat game looks really cool.
It looks crazy. It looks fucking crazy.
Which is
visually. I don't know why they... Yeah, I don't know why they felt the need to reboot it. That was an odd choice. But hey, whatever. The game still looks good.
I don't either. Honest to God, this is how I felt about some Final Fantasy games. But like, you could just make a movie based off of those graphics alone. Like,
Final Fantasy 16 is coming out this month, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I can't wait to not play it.
You, me both.
If you could explain to me the obsession with Final Fantasy, I would greatly appreciate it.
I can't, but you can explain to me the Capcom Ubisoft presser.
Yes, I can. So Capcom basically
that was a great
nothing.
Segue. You have to admit
that was beautiful. That was 10 out of 10 segue. I'm very proud of you.
That was like a Linus Tech Tip segue right there.
So let me tell you a little bit about Capcom. But first, let me tell you a little bit about our sponsor, Viagra. Anyway, so let's just say this about Capcom. They basically announced nothing. The only thing of note was they announced a Mega Man mobile game.
Okay.
That was really about it. And as for Ubisoft, they announced a couple of things.
No,
nothing that's going to... Damn, you got me. I don't know what to say. You kicked my ass so hard, it's literally on the other side of the room right now.
It's payback from when you got me.
I apologize. Now I know what it's like to get got. Now I know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who else got? Was Ubisoft. Because they didn't announce anything that's clearly going to pull their asses out of the jackpot. So
their asses in the jackpot.
Listen, Terry, our asses in the jackpot. Our asses are in the jackpot now.
You gotta give Ubisoft a chance.
Our asses are in the jackpot, Terry.
You gotta give Ubisoft a chance.
I gave Ubisoft a chance. They fucked me. They fucked me so many times. I refuse to now.
Your ass
because of the situation. It's the situation, Terry. But I can't I didn't see anything from the announcements that were like, okay, this is going to save Ubisoft because they are still in a crazy amount of financial trouble. Skull and Bones, they released another trailer for that. That's still coming out allegedly.
Whoa, I'm legitimately surprised that has not been canceled.
I know. I'm just as stunned.
I'm actually surprised.
There's no way it's going to make it a good ROI. So I don't know why they're even bothering to release it.
Which E3 was that? 2016, 2017?
2018. I want to say it was 2018.
Was it 2018?
No, we saw it. It was either 2018 or 2019.
So if it's 2018, that's 5 years ago.
In that span of time, we are still the only people to have played that game.
Chris, I was 25 when we played that.
I was still 30 at the time.
I'm 30 now.
Mike, we're old.
But we were young when they showed it at E3.
Okay, let me ask you this. How old were you in 2008? I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. How old were you in 2008?
Let me do some quick math. 16?
You
I
were
can't do
16
that.
in 2008, right?
Wait, was I? Hold on. 8 years to 2000. 92 to 2000.
Math is hard.
And another 8 years. So yeah, 16. 15, 16.
You were
Yeah. 16.
Because that is when
15.
Ubisoft announced Beyond Good and Evil 2. And guess what they didn't show anything for this year at their event.
Skull and Bones.
That's correct. So Skull and Bones is dead. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is coming back, baby. Get hyped.
Wait,
Put
did they actually?
S in the chat, boys. Hold on.
So it's been
S in the chat, boys. S in the chat. Let's go. All right. So yes, it has been that long.
Credit to where credit is due. That is a very beta move to wait 16 years to release it.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't announce anything for it. They still haven't announced anything for it. The last bit of information came out in 2021, and still nothing has been like, we're doing this with the game, we're updating this, we're changing the story to do this, these are going to be the main characters. Nothing. It's been nothing for 16 years with this game. And it is now broken the world record for AAA game spent in the longest development cycle.
No, that's not true.
It was. Well, Half-Life 3 was never officially announced.
We don't know that for sure.
There you go.
We don't know that for sure, though.
Well, okay. Think about it this way. It was announced 16 years ago, Beyond Good and Evil 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 minus Beyond Good and Evil 2 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
There are about to be 5 Fable games. But if you minus 1, it's 4 Fable games. Now, if you take that 4 and you look at the number of times Gabe Newell has mentioned Half-Life 3, because it hasn't been officially announced. If you mention Half-Life 3, that's 7 times. 7 minus 4 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
We fucking cracked the code, boys.
I fucking told you this was going to be a big year for games. I fucking told you. Nobody believed me? Nobody believed me? We got the best games ever coming out this year. We got Redfall. We got Lord of the Rings Gollum. We got all the bangers coming out this year, boy. This is the greatest year gaming's ever seen. And now Half-Life 3 has been confirmed.
So you think out of the year, Ubisoft gets bought out by PlayStation?
Yes.
Because if Xbox tried, they would not go through.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know about that. I feel like it would at this point, because
they're
why
having
the fuck
a hard
not?
enough time with Activision Blizzard.
I feel like at this point it's gonna happen. They're gonna find some legal loopholes around it. It's gonna happen.
Then who would EA go to?
EA would go to Nintendo.
Yes. Oh, well, that too.
That too, because EA has Star Wars. Speaking of which, the open world Star Wars game looks okay. I'm not that excited about it.
Still haven't seen anything about it. I just heard about it. But
if it was anything other than Star Wars, I'd be excited about it, because I've now sworn off Star Wars for the rest of my life, because I can't fucking stand it anymore.
Except for KOTOR.
Except for KOTOR. And if they announce another Republic Commando game. But with that being said, I could see EA going to I could see Nintendo buying EA. Honestly, okay. I mean, it's not the most unheard of possibility.
It's not. I do think that's if there were betting odds, it would be the lowest betting odds.
It would be the lowest betting odds, but I'm also a gambling man. I'll put money on that.
It would technically be the highest odds, right?
No, because it wouldn't be likely. Like I wouldn't wake up in the morning and think, okay, Nintendo's going to buy EA today.
Well, I guess what I meant was like it would be like a 16,000 to 1 instead of like a 3 to 1 odd.
Yeah, that's probably more
accurate. It'd be higher number.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And Ubisoft also announced. I know no one else on the planet is excited for this, but I'm interested in it. They announced an Assassin's Creed VR game.
I did hear about that. Did not see it, but I heard about
it. They just showed a pre-rendered trailer, which is kind of like scummy.
Suspect.
But they showed photos of what the game will look like, and the photos actually look pretty good. I'm assuming they
Okay.
showed photo because they couldn't get the game to run well, which has me a little nervous. What's
There's a
even
chance
more?
it won't be released until like 17 years from now. So
That's also true. And with Ubisoft's track record, that's totally possible. But what has me concerned the most is that it's apparently going to run natively on Quest. It's not going to be PC VR. I don't know who is making these decisions because the Quest is a very underpowered machine. And if it came out on PC, it would look way better and play way smoother. But I don't understand the logic there. But hey, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, so but regardless, I mean they're coming out with a with a Assassin's Creed VR. But what I mostly heard was you basically saying that the Zuck is going to buy Ubisoft?
100% confirmed. That's actually, now that I think about it, that actually kind of makes a lot of sense.
Realistically, I actually could see Zuck buying Ubisoft to be like, oh shit, like Apple just announced their VR headset. This thing's getting real.
We
like,
got to make a big splash.
Yeah.
I legitimately could see that being a possibility. Yeah. I think you might be onto something there. No, all jokes aside, I legitimately could see that happening.
I mean, granted that Ubisoft's been going down, he would burn that thing to the ground.
I mean, he couldn't burn it any worse than Ubisoft are doing to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I mean, they've already fucked themselves over a lot.
Speaking of fucking over, did you see that the new Ratchet and Clank game is coming to PC?
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a shitty port.
It's not only is it going to be a shitty port, they made a point of saying when the game was released, this game can only run on PS5. The PS5 has this amazing ability to run games that only Ratchet and Clank can run on the PS5, and now it's coming to PC. So if you're about to ask what the point is of console gaming, that's a great question. I don't have an answer for you.
Here's the only thing I could say, dude, is that yeah, I think the console, and don't tell Adam, I think the console wars are actually coming to an end.
I think the console wars are over and everyone lost.
Yeah, essentially.
The only one that actually the only one that could kind of make it out of this is Nintendo. Like beyond them, like I can't think of a company that really has a chance.
I can't either, dude. And if you think about that, I mean, in a really weird, twisted way, this really is beyond both good and evil.